Polite Enquiries, Old Trafford bubble. Shannon asks, so Shan Masood over Babar Azam, and in that same breath, Timsa asks, is Shan Masood better than Virat Kohli? Now, of course, we knew this was going to come Oz with the Babar Azam comparisons, but now Mr. 150 plus.
I'm going to make this real quick.
Yeah.
Yes, move on.
Oh.
Both, better than both. Shan Masood there's Don Bradman here, right? And then there's Shan Masood up there. This is the level we're talking at.
Guys, comparison is the thief of joy. Let's just enjoy Shan and Babar and Virat. What's wrong with enjoying all of them? Sean says, is this the most potent Pakistan pace attack since Wasim and Waqar? Again, big comparisons.
Well, I would say, why stop at Wasim and Waqar? This is like the best pace attack that's ever existed. Forget the quartet of West Indian fast bowlers. Forget England's 05 Ashes. Forget all that, man. No, listen, come on. They're potentially a really good attack. But I mean, for God's sake, if you haven't been down this road before with Pakistan, I'm talking about Asif and Amir from 2010. If you haven't been down this road before, then you better start getting onto this road and know that these guys have played like -3 tests between them right now. Just give them a little bit more time. Give them another year or two. They're very good potentially, but there will be conditions where Abbas will get worked out, and there will be occasions when Asim gets injured, for example. That road is a really, really, really long road. Let's just stop. What is it? Somebody really wise once said, "Comparison is the thief of joy."
Very wise woman.
I'm already trying to work out what will be the controversy that sees both Wasim and Shaheen out of the game forever. It's going to happen. I'm trying to work it out, actively trying to work out in my head what it could be.
Umar Adil asks, does Joss Butler have... I can't even read this straight. There's always one that sends me over the edge. As a matter of fact, I'm going to read two because I knew the Joss Butler ones were coming. So Umar asks, does Joss Butler have Cameron Akmal PJs, or is it him hidden under a Joss Butler mask? And Saish asks, what are the chances that because of Butler, Dom Bess loses his place in the 11 for the next test and Joss Butler himself retains his place?
Like, are we at this stage now with Joss Butler's test career that we're comparing him to Kamran Akmal? I feel bad for him. It's not easy keeping the spin if you're an English wicketkeeper because you don't get to do it that often. It's not like, they've got spinners growing off trees over there and you're keeping them all the time. It's not easy.
Pi Chuckers asks, is Joe Root even in the Fab 2 of his own side?
First of all, the Fab 4 is like a totally made up thing. All right? Somebody just came along and said, oh, look, these 3 guys are really good. And here's a 4th one who's pretty good. And let's call them the Fab 4. It's not like a membership. The thing about Root, though, is that I reckon, he really is underperforming, I think. And he has been for a while with the bat now. That's a pretty long run of fairly okay form. Pakistan's worried about Asad Shafiq for the last 2 years. And he's averaging like 38, I think. And we're worried about him. We're like, should he be in the side? Root's averaging 40. And I know he's captain, but, So, yeah, forget the Fab 4 or not. I just think he is also one of the reasons why England are maybe inconsistent, is because he's not been consistent with his runs.
Final question, Sanjay Patel asks, shall we do a whip round to give Younis Khan some drumming lessons? He's like Dave Grohl on the pen and pad at the moment. Current drumming style, moody prog rock.
And so the Pakistan team keep telling me that he's taking notes. And I'm like, is he doing ball by ball scoring by hand? Is that what he's doing? Because, there's a website out there that does really good ball by ball scoring. He's been writing. Who knows what he's writing? He could be writing his own book.